Do you know how you can tell when a deck's getting old?
How?
It looks like this. What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with this week's Rogue deck discussion. I sounded a little bit like Herf there, didn't I? What's up,
What's up, everybody?
It's your
You
boy
remember
Herf
that
here,
one?
back on the Duel Links Entertainment channel. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, welcome to the Rogue deck discussion. Again, not a lot going on in the land of the Rogues, so we're just going to sit and talk about them a little bit, show some deck lists, and just talk about them, I guess, because right now we're just seeing, if you saw the power ranking video, the top three decks had like all the points. It was
Yeah,
like, I
that
can't
was
remember exactly, it was
insane.
like 38, 30, 39, 38, 35 or something like that. So they had all the points. All the decks here basically got a top eight of some form, maybe a top eight, maybe a top four. One of them even got a tournament victory, and that's the one Kamel wants to talk about. So we'll save that one for last. The first one we're going to talk about is the one everybody hates, which I played a little bit this past week because everybody says it's an anti-meta deck, and that's Memphis. They got a top eight.
Memphis.
Yeah, it got a top eight. Believe it or
Oh
not.
gosh, yeah. Memphis is really weird. I always like to commentate it. I always get it's a good workout for
Right, right.
my commentator muscles, but I do not like playing against this deck. And as time has progressed, they have released a lot of better outs to this deck or ways to interrupt it. When this deck
Right.
first released,
Yeah.
it was very oppressive because stopping things from being banished was almost impossible, and there was almost like no benefit to other forms of removal because if you, the most effective forms of removal, because if you banish them, they benefit from it.
Right.
But yeah, Memphis is a cool deck. Definitely not free to play though. I wouldn't say that. You need Memphis Dimension to play it
Yeah.
effectively.
Now,
So
when this deck first came out, it was a huge Blue Eyes counter.
yeah.
Not so much anymore because Blue Eyes can kind of play through it. It used to be they couldn't
Mhm.
play through it. Like you'd wipe their field, it was over. Now they have a lot more recovery, so it's not such a good counter. I mean, it can. I know people are already in the comments saying, I counter Blue Eyes all the time with it. I know you do. You're one of the top players in the league, okay, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I got it. But in general, this is not the counter it once was. Because, like, if you ever watched Team Wars back on Twitch, it's a team-based competition, and you can pick which decks play against other ones. So
Oh yeah, it was brutal.
if your team
Go.
got beat by Blue Eyes, you'd send someone in with Memphis to take them out because it was such an easy counter. But now, not so much.
Yeah, not so much anymore, but good to see it back. People like
Yep.
seeing it on stream.
All right. Another one. Another favorite deck of mine.
All right, let's
You
see it.
send Jews.
Senju's back. What did they do this week?
Let me look it up here. You send Jews. They got a
Good,
top eight in Battle Phase Friday.
good to see him though. Playing Drowning Mirror Force. Yes, more people need to play that card.
Yep.
Do you know the skill on this list? It's probably like Tazabar,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. I haven't brushed up on my. Is that Japanese? I'm not sure.
It is Japanese.
Okay. Well, yeah. It could be whatever language. I still don't know what it is.
I hope so. Anyway, but yeah, they're
It's
Senju's
symbols
doing
I
their
don't
thing.
know.
Hey, yo, it would be pretty cool. I've never seen Yosenju's Exist summon, but with Ouroboros, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yosenju's doing their thing. Good to see him doing well in Rogue decks. Another deck that people like to see, another fan favorite deck.
I think it's just one of those ones where, like, if they get to go first and they get that sting on the field, or maybe that drowning mirror force,
Yeah.
maybe you got the OEM in hand or something like that.
I
Um,
wonder if this deck is truly the best way to play it anymore. Because you remember Yosenju's used to be like super back row heavy,
yeah,
but now they
Shadow
changed.
Game and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a
But
lot more monsters here, so they can play through stuff. I would assume.
yeah, it's remained this way for a while, but things haven't changed for a minute, so I wonder if it's still the best way to play them.
This deck needs to be updated, but hey, it got a top eight in Battle Phase Friday, so you can't hit on them for that. But the
For
Fire
sure.
Formation Gyoku or whatever, that's
And that's
definitely making a
spicy.
comeback.
Yeah, that's spicy. Being able to lock down like stuff like Book of Moon and bait it out beforehand is really important.
Yeah, you make them waste like a Regeki break on it, you know.
Hmm.
So
Great.
all right, that's you Senju's. Too bad Herf isn't here because the next two decks are definitely Herf decks. Magnets.
Magnets. Yeah, I was just about to say that is definitely a Herf deck. But yeah, magnets, they're doing yeah,
I feel like they do a lot of work to get out that Berserkion, and then it just gets karma cutted. You know
you
what I
know,
mean?
man, it's crazy. Like gadgets do better than magnets every time I see him, man. There's a
Yeah.
gadget player in Battlefield Rising Sun. He always outclasses magnet players. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's so sad. But you know, this is a 30 card balance list. I think
Top 4 Meta
magnets have
Weekly, by the way. Top 4 in the Meta Weekly.
top four meta weekly. Very, very nice. This is definitely a very solid deck, I would say. Using Powerful Rebirth instead of Super Team, more Super Team Buddy Force, but that's okay. That's probably just to fully utilize the beta, you know, once it's in the graveyard. But yeah, pretty good deck.
You know how you can tell when a deck's getting old?
How?
It looks like this.
Well, it looks like this 30 cards with
Yeah, just all
cards
those
like
spells and
Powerful
traps.
Rebirth. And yeah, it's rough.
Like the
And
monsters don't do anything. They send stuff to the grave so they can get out the Berserkion, but besides that, they don't do anything. So you need all this stuff to make up for that.
And look at this. Magnets is another deck that is surviving because of balance right now.
Yes.
Magnets has become one of those decks. It would not be on the map right now if it was not able to draw this well with balance. And we're going to see that with another deck that we're going to talk about in this video as
Yep.
well.
All right. Next one though is the other Herf deck, because Herf just like, I like playing the best deck. I like winning. This was the best deck, the only deck to play for a while. It almost made me quit commentating tournaments. Actually, it did. It made me to the point where like, I don't care. Rye, you're doing all the tournaments from now on.
Yeah.
Dark Lords.
Dark Lords, and they are back once again, and DD Crow making an appearance in this list.
This is like a Dark Lords deck. A lot of times we see Dark Lords, it's mixed with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is Dark Lords just with DD Crow.
This is probably the best utilizer of the new Draw Sense spell trap. It requires you to have 3 different spell traps, and Dark Lords has 3 different ones, and you want all of them.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be good. And it's gonna be easy for you to like mitigate how many you have left in your deck. So I think Dark Lords is the best deck to play with Draw Sense spell trap. But honestly, Dark Lords, it's so easy to outmaneuver them now. Like I've faced them on the ladder today as photons.
Yeah.
And this guy had a trap set, and I had 2 of the photon banishes, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna Galaxy Cyclone your trap. Now what? Yeah, activate it. Then I'm gonna banish your monster. Oh, you had to negate your monster effect. Can't do anything. Get out of here.
Yeah, it used to be this deck was so much farther ahead of everybody else, but now it's got to be a year since it was good, right? At least.
Oh, more than that, yeah. It's just because of the added forms of removal that we have in the game now. It makes Dark Lord monsters a lot more vulnerable, much more than they were before.
I just remember like one of our first YouTube videos was last April, and it was our first one, like our first real one was about
premiere video.
Was Dark Lords?
Like, oh my god, we made it! We're famous. We did it.
Dark Lords like reimagined, right? They did he mix in Light Swarms or something with it? And we did a deck profile on it.
Yeah, we did after Ishel got nerfed. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been at least a year. So thank God. I hate this deck. I never want to see it again. I'm gonna turn it off. Bam. All right.
Bam.
This is the one Kamel wanted to talk about because he was there. He saw it happen.
There.
He saw it with his own eyes.
I did. I saw my own 4 eyes.
All right, and that's D.
Yes, DDD did 1 Battle Phase Rising Sun, and they went undefeated in Battle Phase Rising Sun, 10-0.
Did they? How many? Did they lose any games? Obviously not matches, but did they drop any games?
Yeah, they did. They dropped some games.
They did some 2-1s or whatever.
Yeah, just undefeated in terms of matches. And this guy was able to do it for one reason and one reason only: balance, baby. Balance won this guy the tournament. This is a way of playing DDD that we haven't seen lately. Usually people go for a more strictly OTK route. More people also play beatdown as well to win important battles. But let me tell you, balance is the way to go for DDD. This guy always had Cosmic Cyclone, Hey True Nade, Fiendish Chain, Canadia, something for Noble Knights. He beat 3 Noble Knight players in a row in the top cut.
Look at Kamel. It's nothing but respect here. Look at that guy.
It was absolutely insane to watch. I scammed people out of 1 million channel points because they bet against DDD. Because
If you
Yeah,
don't know
it's
what he's talking about, we can bet on who's gonna win and lose with the channel points on Twitch. And obviously,
yeah.
who do you play against? Everybody
Noble
voted.
Knights. Noble Knights.
No, so everybody voted for Noble Knights to win.
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely insane. But I don't expect this to happen every week. But Balance definitely did give DD the tools to make to beat Noble Knights. Making this
Mhm.
deck, playing this deck as a control deck, I definitely think is the way to go. You can play, you can survive for multiple turns if you don't see the DDD cards that you need. And getting a full board of triple D monsters was just so easy for this guy that it was ridiculous.
I really hope that Balance doesn't get hit in the next upcoming ban list, just because it makes so many decks viable, and that's not a bad thing. I
Yeah,
know people
I
complain
don't
about
think Balance
Noble
can be a
Knights,
hit,
but
man.
like we need Balance to make decks like this viable, because before that, a lot of decks are hit or miss.
I shit you not. This deck would not stand a chance against Noble Knights if it did not have balance. If it could
Right.
not open up Cosmic Cyclone, Fiendish Chain, going first against Noble Knights. This is another thing. This guy went first a lot,
Well,
like a lot against Noble Knights.
right now, Battleface Sunday is going on as we're recording this, and as we're watching this, a lot of these games aren't going past turn 3.
Yeah, they're ending
So you
the.
need to have what you need in your starting hand. You're not going to draw into it.
Mhm.
You need to have your starters. You need to be able to draw cards on your turn, because you may not get a second turn. So
Yeah, it could,
balance,
it
I
could
think,
be
is
over that
super
fast.
important. Is super important for that.
Yeah, so think again, guys, when you say in the comments, balance is so OP, it needs to get nerfed. Like, come on, guys. Balance is doing a lot of good.
Yeah, we love balance. Hashtag we love balance.
Facts.
That's right. All right, we're gonna get out of here because this was a very good discussion, I believe.
I do believe it was as well, Circus.
That's right. So make sure to check out all of our stuff, like our free Discord, our free tournaments, our free new player help. Kamel is free on Thursday mornings. That's why he does Battle Phase of the Rising Sun. So make sure to
That's
check that
right.
out. I'm free on Saturday nights, and that's why I do the new player stream. So make sure to check
And
that out.
hopefully next week we see some new decks on here. Hopefully we see some Onomatopoeia, some Shark decks, some Photons. I want to see them.
Yeah.
If we're not talking about them on the power rankings, I at least want to talk about them on Rogue decks, so we get to talk about them as much as possible. New cards are exciting.
And it should be pretty weird, right? Because it's we're going into KC Cup week, so who knows what we're gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. So very exciting. Very exciting.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. You should get in the Discord, like I said. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out, guys.
We'll see you next time.